and then everyone just started blowing whistles and the train's here like
we're in the middle of a
25 minutes earlier. We're actually okay here, but I wasn't too sure how much room we had. Wow.
Kia ora, hello. If you are new around here, we are Matt and Ash, a couple of Kiwis from New Zealand, currently living and working in Singapore.
In this series, we travel to the beautiful country of Sri Lanka. Surrounded by the Indian Ocean, this island nation has unique culture, delicious food, and some of the most beautiful scenery you'll ever see.
In this episode, we dive into the heartland of Sri Lanka as we make our way into the mountains and into the town of Ella.
Throughout the journey, we experience some of the best of Sri Lankan culture and see firsthand how the local people make a living.
Kia ora, hello, and welcome to Ella, one of the most beautiful places here in Sri Lanka, full of mountains, tea fields, temples.
So let's rewind a little bit and we're going to look at the journey and how we got here, visiting some of the amazing places on the way.
So we've just stopped off, I don't know where we are, just some
We're
local,
on the way to Ella.
some local's place, and they're selling buffalo curd. So we've come out the back of their shop, their house is behind us, and we're going to try some. These are the local experiences I really love when you travel.
So here we are trying, is it buffalo curd, with like a treacle, which is it for dessert or
Dessert,
breakfast or dessert style? So I'm going to give it a go. Tastes like a yogurt, like a really like sour yogurt with the honey, like the treacle. It's delicious. Yeah.
Go on, Suresh.
Hi. Yes.
Tastes like yogurt, eh?
Yeah, it tastes like, yeah, it's very much same texture, flavour, like Greek yogurt.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've arrived now at a little sugarcane plant, and this is where they harvest all the sugarcane and all the different purposes. Look at it all behind us there.
In Singapore, obviously, you can get sugarcane juice at hawkers, and they usually grind it through a machine and you get the juice. But here, it gets extracted and does it thicken?
Yeah.
Yeah, it thickens and then turns into like a chocolatey type thing. So,
Jaggery, we call it.
juggling.
Yeah, so this is the final product, and it kind of looks like Russian fudge or toffee or... Yum. My sweet tooth is going crazy right now. That is delicious.
So we just stopped off on the side of the road. Some locals are making some clay pots. So what we had the buffalo curd in, this is like the production of the pot. So apparently after you eat curd in that pot, it gets thrown away because it's too hard to clean and the bacteria sits in all like the grooves of the pot. So
They're used
it's
for
hard.
curries and stuff.
Yeah,
too, that way.
so used for curries,
Everything.
everything. Looks amazing.
About 4-3 hours. No
Yeah.
need candle.
Wow.
Oil lamp. Put
Are
the oil.
they giving
anyway.
it to us?
Yeah. This is
What?
gift. Like,
Thank you. We'll give you. Look at them.
It's very humble living here, and it's good for Ash and I to see, because there's so many places around the world that are like this, and it's been made harder at the moment with everything that's going on in Sri Lanka. Economically, the government are cutting power for many parts of the day, which is why they've had to go back to hand making them. So very laborious and arduous, and especially when many of the clay pots can only be used once. You can imagine the task to make them all. Wow, just like that.
As we continued into the mountains, Suresh took us to one of the most beautiful waterfalls in Sri Lanka. Ravana Waterfall is 25 metres in total height, but with multiple tiers. And despite it being dry season, it still looks stunning.
So we've just arrived at Rawina Caves now, and it's a bit of a walk, so Suresh suggested getting a tuk-tuk up and walking back down. And considering we have not ridden in a tuk-tuk yet, it's our first chance to do so. We're going to jump at that opportunity.
Cool.
Yeah, tuk-tuk! Yoo-hoo! First ride in the tuk-tuk.
Yeah, it's cool. We're going up.
Oh, it's windy. Woohoo! Alright, tuk-tuk ride done. It's all of about 5 minutes. And we're starting the hopefully short hike up to the caves.
So if you are looking at coming to Rawina Caves, if you're wanting to hike from Ella, I'd say it'd be quite a long trip up, hence why we took the tuk-tuk. But when you get here and you buy your ticket, it's around 400 rupees for 2 people, so 200 rupees per person, which is like $1 each. There is still a bit of a climb and a little bit of stairs to get to the caves, so FYI, pack your footwear, ready to go.
There is a lot of stairs. I don't know what we were expecting, but definitely wasn't this.
Think about research.
We are drenched from head to toe in sweat, and the stairs just keep coming. It's a steep walk. If you're walking from the road, you're going to be here for a long time. I'm glad we took the tuk-tuk some of the way. This is, I'd say we've done almost 1,000 stairs just to get up here. Now it looks like it just keeps going. So we're in the cave now. Cuckoo! A little bit of an echo. Sort of ends just up there. There's a bit of a collapse. So we've had a little stop and some water, and it's time to make our way down now. We're drenched, but it's a nice little walk. It's cool up here. You can hear the bats flying around.
Right.
They're all sorts. I think we've disturbed them, so it might be time to go and get some lunch in Ella.
So we're here at the Chill Cafe, just in the main strip of Ella. It's probably one of the biggest touristy cafes, so it's got Western and local delicacies. So we're going to get some lunch here, enjoy the breeze. We're on level 2, really cool vibe. Now, probably not the most authentic local choices. As I said, this is a Western cafe as well. We've gone for some pizza and burger, but we are going to do a nice little authentic dinner tonight in the town of Ella.
That afternoon, we went out to a tea plantation. Sri Lanka, known as the Tea Island, is one of the world's leading exporters of tea, producing around 300 million kilos of tea a year.
However, coffee was actually the plantation of choice until 1869, when a parasite wiped out the entire country's plantations. So the British introduced tea, and has been here ever since.
So the tea fields might look tranquil, and the tea itself tastes good, but man, it is hard work for the ladies that get it to us.
Who earn only about $10 a week.
It depends on how much they pick, so they get weighed in at the end of their day picking, and they're paid per kg of tea leaves that they bring in, and it is just back-breaking work on really steep mountainous countryside, and it's just, yeah, it makes your heart go out to them while you're sipping your tea in leisure. There's a lot of hard, sweaty work that's gone into that. So we're on our way now to the Nine Arch Bridge, which is one of the most famous and picturesque places in all of Sri Lanka.
We might time it right with the train.
Well, that's the plan. So you'll recognise it when you see it because it is so photogenic. But let's go and see what it's all about. So we're on the hike out to Nine Arch Bridge. You can start sort of in Ella town and make your way out. We've got Suresh in tow. He's leading the way today. He knows the way, so we're in good hands. It's going to be good. It's a beautiful little walk by all accounts. Temperature's nice up this part of the country. Things are good. So we've just had our first glimpse of the bridge, and it's just as incredible as you see it in the photos, if not better.
The famous Nine Arch Bridge was built in 1921 and is a perfect example of colonial era railway.
We've made it on the tracks right now tunnel behind me. All right, we're gonna go.
It'll be more amazing once we see a train
I
come
know,
through.
we've timed it so the train's coming, so we're gonna go for a little wander, get some shots before the train arrives. Okay, so behind us is the tunnel, and we're gonna go check it out before the train comes in about 15 minutes.
Woohoo!
I may make this look really good. But,
Is that us?
oh, wow. This is crazy!
This is crazy.
We were just-
nowhere to go.
We were just filming that bit, and then everyone just started blowing whistles, and the train's here like
We're in the middle of a
25
photo shoot.
minutes earlier. We're actually okay here, but I wasn't too sure how much room we had. Wow.
We're off on a hike now. We've done a lot of walking today, haven't we?
Where to next?
Little Adams Peak.
Little Adams Peak's a lot more manageable. So half an hour up, half an hour back, so we can do that. I am nursing a little bit of the old, what they call Delhi belly, even though we're in Sri Lanka. It's not a hundi, but we'll push on through so we can get it in, because I don't think we're going to have any other time to do it.
So as we make our way up to Little Adams Peak, the tracks are really easy. So it's just really paved, easy to get up to it. Once you get to the top, I think there's about 400 steps.
So we're walking through these beautiful, tranquil tea fields, and then you round a corner and they've got a full-on pool party like nightclub in the middle of the tea fields.
So random.
It's obviously rather new, not what you expect when you're walking through some tea fields.
So when you come up here, you can make it up to the Rawana zip line, which I've heard is amazing. We're not going to have time to do it in this trip to Ella, but once you've done that short walk up, you can stop here, zip line all the way back down, or you can go continue up to the peak, which is what we're going to do. We found a friend.
She's replaced Suresh. She's going to take us up to
She's
the
going to
top.
follow us.
Hey girl, hey.
Susie.
How you going, Susie? Let's go, Susie. Let's go. Good girl. Old Susie's not the best tour guide. She's too fast. She's leaving us behind. So Susie's out and Baz is coming in off the bench to make an impact late in the day. Meet Baz. Righto, team, we're on the way back down now. We gave it about half an hour at the top there just to see what the sunset would do, but it's just too cloudy and misty tonight. Kia ora team, you know what's taking place right now. So we've just arrived at our new accommodation in Ella, and it is absolutely beautiful, but
gorgeous.
we've arrived right on the power cut. So I think they've got a generator, but it's just taken a while to fire up. So I'm gonna unload here, have a shower and head into town for some dinner.
Some fun facts though, like if you are looking at coming to Sri Lanka, you can get very nice accommodation for very affordable prices.
Yeah.
We did it all through booking.com, and no more than but it's between 50 to 70 a night, and you can get a good place.
Not sponsored, by the way,
Booking.com,
booking.com,
hit
but
us
we
up.
would like to be sponsored booking.com. That would be fantastic.
We were craving some hearty Sri Lankan food tonight, so we've come to the roti house. We went to a few places, but this kind of drew us in because we've wanted to try one of these dishes for a long time. The first one is kotu roti, which is like chopped up roti mixed with vegetables and chicken and garlic and goodness. Then we got lamprai, which is wrapped in it like curry and chicken wrapped in a banana leaf. Oh, yeah. Looks like there's a bit of everything in here for the roti. Yep.
And there we have it, guys, and that concludes our journey through the heartland of Sri Lanka. We've absolutely enjoyed seeing the way that people live their lives here, exploring the tea fields and the beautiful little towns and cities.
It's just like a different vibe than we started on the beachfront and then came to the national park and then through the the country roads and the little villages was really eye-opening and really special.
Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time on
A Couple of Kiwis.
Yeah, no, definitely. Thanks for watching.